Hello everyone, this is experiment 3 of MATLAB. Today we'll be looking at how to differentiate various signals on the basis of the kurtosis, skewness, the standard deviation and the variance. So in this experiment we have three input signals, a fan signal, a human speech signal and a train signal. So first here we have the fan signal. We have read the fan signal into the MATLAB function with the help of the audio read command available in MATLAB. This fan signal we have divided into samples of 1 second each. So we have 1800 samples over here. We have defined four arrays over here for the kurtosis, skewness, standard deviation and the variance respectively. These are the four arrays with the arrays of 1800 elements. So we will perform a loop over here for 1800 samples. We have audio at the ceiling of the fan sample, and we'll calculate the kurtosis with the help of the kurtosis command available in MATLAB, the skewness with the help of the skewness command available in MATLAB, the standard deviation with the help of the STD command in MATLAB, and the variance with the help of the VAR command in MATLAB. And we have stored all these four values in the four arrays which we had defined earlier respectively. Now using the scatter function in MATLAB, we will plot these different values of kurtosis, skewness, standard deviation, variance on the figure on the plot window. So on the figure 1 we'll plot the kurtosis of the fan signal. On the figure 2 we have plotted the skewness of the fan signal. On the figure 3 we have the mean, that is standard deviation of the fan signal, and on the figure 4 we have the variance of the fan signal. We have stored these values in the arrays, and with the help of those arrays we are able to plot this different values. Then similarly here we have defined the speech signal. Again we have defined four different arrays for the kurtosis, skewness, standard deviation, variance of the speech signal. We again run a loop of 1800 samples and audio read the speech signal, and with the help of this respective command we have stored the value of kurtosis, skewness, standard deviation, variance in these four variables respectively. Now again on the same figure which we had used earlier, we'll plot these different values. On the figure 1 we'll again plot the kurtosis of the speech signal, this time in blue color. Earlier we had plotted it with the green color. This time we have blue color. On the figure 2 we have the skewness of the speech signal, figure 3 the mean, and on the figure 4 the variance of the speech signal in blue color. Now next input which we take is the train signal. Again we have defined four different arrays for the train signal for the different values. We again run a loop for 1800 samples and audio read the train signal and store the values of the kurtosis, skewness, standard deviation and variance in these four variables which we have defined. Now again on the figure 1 we plot the kurtosis, this time in black color. On figure 2 we plot the skewness. On figure 3 the mean, that is the standard deviation, and on the figure 4 we have the variance. So these are the four figure windows which we have. This is window 1 where we have the kurtosis, different colors we can see. On figure 2 we have the skewness, green, black, blue. On figure 3 the distinctly visible, this is the standard deviation or the mean, and on figure 4 we have the variance. So these were the four figures. Now we'll be testing these different signals. Now in the testing here we have used the threshold to test the different signals. So first we take in the input as the fan signal, the ceiling fans, the fan wave. We have defined different variables over here. Train K1 to show if the value of the kurtosis of the input signal lies between the threshold of the kurtosis value of the train signal, then we'll store it in train K1. Similarly speech K1 and fan K1. So these are the different variables which we have defined here, and here we have again done a loop from 1800 samples. Again we'll run a loop for 1800 samples, and here we have taken the input as the fan signal and calculated the kurtosis, skewness and standard deviation. Now we'll check for this kurtosis, skewness and standard deviation. Now if the kurtosis value lies between the maximum and the minimum value of the kurtosis value for the fan signal, then fan K1 is equal to fan K1 plus 1. Similarly, if the R, that is the kurtosis value, lies between the threshold, that is maximum and minimum value of the kurtosis for the speech signal, we'll get speech K1 is equal to speech K1 plus 1. And if the R value lies between maximum and minimum of the kurtosis of the train signal, we'll get train K1 is equal to train K1 plus 1. We have used this same technique for the skewness, standard deviation and variance. Fan S1 is equal to fan S1 plus 1 if the skewness value lies between the maximum and minimum of the skewness value of the fan signal, and similarly for the other signals. I have stored these values in different variables. Now we'll do the same testing for the speech signal. Again we have defined different variables. Here train K2 represents if the kurtosis value of the input signal is between the threshold of the kurtosis value of the train signal, then train K2 will be equal to will add to this value, which is initially 0. So here we have speech signal as the input. We'll again run this loop for 1800 samples and calculate the kurtosis, skewness and standard deviation of the speech signal. Again we'll check if this kurtosis, skewness and standard deviation and the variance are between the maximum and the minimum values of different signals and calculate it and accordingly assign it to different variables. Same we'll do it for the third input and third and last input, which is the train signal. We have defined different train K3, train V3 for variance, speech V3. Similarly, train V3 will add up to this if the variance of the calculated lies between the threshold of the variance of the train signal. And similarly, in the end, we have, after calculating all these values, we have plotted a matrix for the kurtosis matrix. Like fan K1 represents the how many for the fan signal. When the fan signal was input, how many kurtosis values lied between the threshold of the fan signal. Similarly, fan K2 is if the input was a train signal, speech signal. Fan K3 if the input was the speech signal. And similarly, other values speech Q. So I have copied down all these values in the Microsoft Excel. Okay. So these are different values. In the sheet 1 we have the for the fan signal. So this is the kurtosis, skewness, standard deviation, variance for this fan signal. So the first column represents the number of elements in the which slide in the fan, the number of elements of kurtosis which slide in the fan element when the input was fan signal. Column 2 row 1 represents number of elements of kurtosis which slide in the train threshold when the input signal was fan, and similarly for speech. And similarly we have defined for skewness, standard deviation and variance. uh, these are the values when the input was the train signal. Again kurtosis, skewness, standard deviation, variance for different inputs, and the input signal over here was train, and this is if the input signal was the speech signal, again the same values. So we have calculated all these different values with the help of the threshold. We have also made a GUI app of the code which we of the .m file which we did earlier of the different signals. So in this GUI, I have taken the .m file as the in the workspace of the .m file which we saw earlier as the input. So I have, with the help of the load command, I have loaded this earlier workspace.mat of the earlier file which we had as the input. Now in this the GUI app is designed as if the input if the user selects the user will be asked to select the fan, train or the speech signal, and based on the signal which the user will be selected, the following code which is written over here will be executed. This is the code here. Yes. So if the user selects the fan button as the input, that means if the user selects the fan signal as the input, then this MF which represents the mean for the fan signal, KF which represents kurtosis of fan signal, SF skewness of fan signal, VF variance of fan signal. These four quantities will be plotted, and we have also inputted the Excel sheet which we saw earlier. We have also inputted the Excel sheet which we saw earlier into this code. This is app UIT table data T1. This is the Excel sheet which we included earlier. The sheet T1 represents the sheet 1 which is for the fan signal, T2 represents the sheet 2 for the wave signal, and T3, this is T3 sheet 3 for the speech, and T3 for the train signal. So depending on which the user will select, we have plotted different values. And we'll look at the design view of this app that we built. A little bit of delay due to the load amount. The signals are huge, therefore this is the app layout which is shown over here on the left side. This is the app layout. We have a window in which we have a toggle switch which will ask the user. This is the design view. So here we have the button group for the user to select between fan, speech and train, the input to which the user would like to hear. And here we have the toggle switch. When this toggle switch is turned on to play, the input signal will be, the sound will be played, and when it is stopped, the sound signal will be stopped. And selecting on this, the Excel plot graph which we saw, Excel plot which we saw earlier will be plotted over here, and the different graphs of variance, skewness, standard deviation, and mean will be plotted over depending upon the signal that the user selects. So this is how we can differentiate different signals based on the standard deviation, kurtosis, skewness, and mean.